Hey everyone, Macca here, playing Elden Ring Nightreign, and in this video I'm going to talk about the Shifting Earth event known as the Crater. As you progress through the game and defeat your first major boss, you will be introduced to a mechanic called Shifting Earth. And there are these map events which can happen that are known as the Crater, Mountaintop, Shrouded City, and Rotted Woods. Now, when you're able to complete these, there is an amazing reward at the end. In this case, you're able to level up your main weapon to gold tier, and you'll also unlock an achievement or trophy the first time you complete this. You should see the crater location in a pretty obvious place on the map, and you can just approach it. The thing is, there is a boss at the end of this event, and I'd probably recommend that you're between level 8 and level 10 at the very minimum before you do it. And also, there is some very limited time, and if you're not quick, you will get cut off by the storm as you're going through this, so you have to keep that in mind. If you are trying to have a specific build for this, by the way, fire damage negation will probably be the most handy thing you can try to equip. The first thing you want to do is locate the crater, and you'll find two pillars that are leaning as ramps that descend into a hallway. As you go into that hallway, you will find a hole you can jump through, and you will land into a site of grace. Feel free to use your runes here to level up. This will be probably your last opportunity before a couple of encounters. Generally speaking, you want to ignore enemies as much as possible unless they are required. The first required enemies are the fire prelates, which are guarding this door. You want to make as quick work of them as you can, keeping in mind of the impending doom of the storm cutting off hallways in the future. Once you take care of them, don't forget to grab your reward, and the door will open up, and then you can run through that door and turn to the right-hand side. There will be a bunch of enemies again, and generally speaking, like I said before, we're going to pretty much completely ignore them. You can, if you're super powerful, use them to gather some ruins, but generally speaking, time is money here, and you want to get your way to the final boss as quickly as possible because of that storm. I'm trying to stress how important time is here, because you'll see at the end of this clip, we actually do succeed at our objective, but we fail at escaping with about 5 seconds to spare. If we had an extra 5 seconds, we would have made it. But after you come down the hallway, you'll find a couple of the chariot dudes. Ignore those. Go through the next hallway. You'll find a couple of these finger bangers, and you'll also ignore them as well. Just continue to the end of the hallway, and there will be a cut-off pathway here, and you'll be able to drop down into the crater on some ledges below. Once you drop down those ledges, you'll notice the tombstones poking out of the side of the crater, and you'll use those kind of as little navigational steps towards the final boss battle. As you enter, you'll notice a blue tree to your left. This allows you to get your hawk and just fly out. If for some reason you get here and you don't have enough time to take out the boss and you want to save your life, just go ahead and use your hawk to escape the area via the blue tree in the corner. Now, the boss for this secret crater event is the Magma Wyrm. I don't really have any crazy tips here. You just want to make as quick work as possible as a team, avoiding any of the fire and hopefully having some decent gear to make quick work of it. Our team composition here is Iron Eye, the Duchess, and I believe this character is named the Guardian. This isn't something we picked specifically, but it seemed to do the trick for level 9. At level 8, this would be very difficult, and at level 10, this would probably be significantly easier to do, but to get to level 10 and have enough time to do the event is pretty tricky. As soon as you defeat the Magma Wyrm, a couple of things will happen. You'll get the Great Enemy Felled text showing up on screen. The Magma Wyrm will drop a reward, so make sure you pick up your power if you want. A Site of Grace will spawn in the middle, refilling your health and flasks. You can also use your runes to upgrade yourself. And most importantly, at the foot of the altar, here you can pick one weapon to upgrade to gold tier to forge a legend. You'll also unlock an achievement or trophy for finding the secret of the crater. And now I would advise you to quickly take hold of your spectral hawk to leave. As you see here, we are just mere seconds away from successfully escaping. Unfortunately, we don't make it out of the storm, which makes us have to respawn down a level and down all of our extra runes, making the final boss encounter pretty much impossible. But thank you so much for watching. Drop a like on the video, share with a friend. Special thanks to everyone on Patreon for supporting the show, and hopefully I see you next time. Peace.